A very good morning to all present here. I would extend my warm welcome to our judges, Nishi ma'am, Dr. Vimlendu Singh, and Tripta ma'am, who will be joining us shortly. So today we have our Sunday session based on speech. First of all, I would like to introduce to you our judging panel, Miss Nishi Singh. She is the principal of Millennium World School, Patna. There's some technical issue, it will just take a minute.
Welcome, Tripta ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So meanwhile,
Yes, Nishi ma'am.
no, now that the technical error has been corrected, you can carry on. I was
Yeah. So our first judge is Miss Nishi Singh. She is the principal of Millennium World School, Patna. We welcome you, ma'am. Our
Pleasure
second
to you.
judge is Dr. Tripta Mehta. She is the assistant professor of English, Manohar Memorial PG College, Fatehpur. We welcome you, ma'am. Our third judge for the day is Dr. Kumar Vimlendu Singh. He is an author, film critic, public speaker, and an educationist. I extend a warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
I would now like to move on to the rules and regulations of today's speech. Participants will be given 1 minute to present their speech. Participants have to learn the write-up, be well versed with it, and present it. They have to introduce themselves and state their topics to the audience and the judges before starting their presentation. Participants will be given a chance to present themselves in front of the audience, for which individual feedbacks will be given by the judging panel. The judges will present marks on presentation, body language, fluency, content, and confidence. And finally, this session will assess the areas in which the participants need to be groomed in. Seeing the vibrant and diverse speakers that all our participants are, you can also is proud to have each one of them. With an aim of challenging their abilities, this time we decided to let the participants select their topics and present opinions rather than facts. William Shakespeare once told, "Brevity is the soul of wit." The point is that brevity is essential in public speaking. Whether you're talking about the length of a speech or the number of points you plan to cover, one of the most important qualities of an effective speech is that it's relatively short and that you convey your idea in the briefest manner possible with the exact words. As a proof, think about Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Both delivered powerful yet brief speeches. Having said that, I request the participants to keep their speeches short and crisp and strictly adhere to the time limit of 1 minute so that we can comply with the time frame of today's Sunday session. Although a small leverage of 5 to 10 seconds extension can be taken. With that, I would like to start today's session. Judges, with your permission, do we
Nishtha,
call
one
upon
second.
our
I would
first
like a
participant?
clarification. Nishtha, one second. I'd just like a clarification that we should time the participants after they have done the introduction.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'll do that. Once they've given their introduction and
Yeah.
stated their topics, I'll start the timer. And
Fine.
by the end of every speech, I'll tell you what was the time of each participant.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, Judges, with your permission, do we call upon our first participant?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, our first participant for the day in the age category of 11 to 13 years is Parumita. Parumita will be speaking on the topic My Ambition. All the best, Parumita.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paramita, and today I'm here to talk about sort of an interesting topic. It's going to be about my dream, my aim, my ambition. But let's just say career, just to be more professional. Okay. So I'm going to be straightforward. I want to be a film editor and a programmer. First of all, that is because I think that people don't see these two things in successful career. Now, the second thing is absolutely obvious. I love computers, but there was once a time when I absolutely hated them. Now, I would like to talk about very basic facts just to be clear with you guys that there are very basic and well-known software for every type of computer users. That may be MS PPT, MS Excel, and MS Word. By the way, MS stands for the word Microsoft, and I hope you all know that. So I was talking about how can how I love computers, how this thought came into my mind. So this is because I think editing makes everything more look more aesthetic, amazing, beautiful, and simple as well to everything out there. I know this thing because of online classes. And every study concept videos include some kind of music, animation, stickers, intros and outros. By the way, again, intros and outros are the starting and finishing of the videos. Just to be clear with you guys. Now, I hope you all remember that I said about being a programmer thing. So I'll just let you know that I'm a started to that of Java, the easiest coding language. So I maybe not know a lot more about Java, but still I'm learning. Now, after going with that film editing stuff, I'll also utilize this editing part of mine for uploading very wonderful and enjoyable dance choreographies on YouTube as my talent platform because I also love dancing. And thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Parumita. You spoke very well. So, judges, the time that she took was 2 minutes.
Okay.
Well tried, Parumita. Uh, Judges, now I would like to invite feedback from your side for Parumita.
Uh, I think brevity will have to take some practice before the speech will be brief. So, and I mean, the children are starting only from today. So, I think this needs to be worked upon. But one thing which was very positive about Paramita was her presentation fluency as well as body language. She came across as a very confident speaker.
Thank you, ma'am.
And one thing which it is just a suggestion that try not to use slangs. I mean, nowadays it is an accepted form, but we are a little prudish in the sense that we've been trained by the English people. So British people have been very prudish, and they have taught us not to use guys and slangs, because this is a very American influence. If you do that, yeah, any language which is minus slang appears to be very standard.
Yeah, I
True.
second Nishi ma'am.
Mm.
I second Nishi ma'am on this, and she's very right in saying this. Paramita, take care of these things, and most of the things she has pointed out. What I would suggest that you must be well aware of your content as well, that what you're going to see. If you have chosen editing as one of your careers, you must know what editing means exactly and what kind of editing you want to do. So you made it quite clear, but still, you can be a bit more clear about that. So your body language was fabulous, and your fluency was very good. Uh, yes, avoid using those ties and all that, as the Shiman pointed out. That is a very great suggestion, and you must take it seriously, because if you're using these slangs in certain congregations, or when you're speaking in addressing a mass, then it will not look good, and they will not enjoy it if some people from very sophisticated background are sitting there. So yeah, I second Ishi ma'am and most of the points she pointed out. So thank you, well done, Paramita.
Thank you, sir. Tripta ma'am, would you like to say something for Paramita?
Yeah, as for the brevity, as Nishiman said, that is the first and the foremost factor. When you are given time limit, you should have control over the content. I have gone through Paromita's write up also. I found a lot of mistakes there. And when we write wrong, we do not speak with much sincerity. There is a kind of casualness, and we don't make an impact with what we want to say. We are very clear about an idea is very original, expression is very original, but then the impact comes when there is seriousness of the presentation in the content. So I suggest that Paramita, when it is said that the picture is worth 1,000 words and you are given time limit, you have to present your content within that limit, and you have to make an impactful expression or gesture, that what actually is the broader idea in your mind. So any job in hand is to be taken very seriously. That is what I feel from her presentation.
Thank you, Tripta ma'am. I would now like to move on to our next participant in the Sage category. Next up, we have Tej Nanda, and he'll be speaking on the topic effects of the misconception of parents on the overuse of screen timing. Tej, I request you to kindly switch on your video. Yeah, all the best, Tej.
Good morning to one and all present here. Today, I will be speaking on the topic misconception of parents on children using online games. These days, every single child play at least one online video game. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Fall Guys are a few to name. And there is a misconception of parents that these games deteriorate the minds of children and bring aggression in them. But studies have proven that these games do no harm to children, but actually bring out the creative and tactical side of children. Take Fortnite for example. In this game, you have to be creative enough to build complex structures and tactful enough to blindside the enemy. These games also bring improve the hand-to-eye coordination in children. These, these games should be played but under guidance of parents and restricted screen time. Last but not least, I would highly request the parents not to believe the fake news and do a fact check. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tej. You spoke very well. Judges, the time that Tej took was 55 seconds. I would now request you to give your feedbacks.
I'm not very sure that this speech that has been made is memorized, or it was. I mean, some help was there, because I could see the eyeball movement as if it was trying to read. I'm not sure. So I would like to ask the participant himself that were you reading or were you actually memorizing and speaking?
Ma'am, I memorized it.
Okay, fine. So content is definitely good, and you appear to be confident, and uh, uh, brevity, of course, was not there. And with the time that you got, you could have made some more points. So somewhere or the other, when you have got the topic, you can work on the content.
Yeah, very true. And
Uh,
Tej, one more thing that the topic that is given to us that you will be speaking on is effect of misconception of parents on the over uses of screen timing, and you talked about games only. So games was not mentioned only. So when we are talking about screen timing, it may be of many things. So your
I,
content could have been designed in a better manner. Yeah,
Mm.
you want to say something, Tej?
so my parents actually typed in the group that my topic was changed, and it was posted today only,
uh,
early morning.
Okay, okay, no problem. But you must be aware of the topic that you're going to speak on, and that's why. And because I was having that conception in mind that you will be talking about misconception of parents of the overuse of screen timing. So that was a mindset of mine that I was expecting something of that sort from you. But you talked about games only. But okay, it can be justified that of your in your age, games are the factors which consume most of the times. But fine, you spoke well, you were confident. But as the Shivam told you that I also realized that some you are taking some kind of help for, but you're saying that you memorized it. That's fine. Keep doing well. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
thank you, sir. Tripta ma'am, I would now like to invite feedback from your side.
First, I welcome Tej as the new entrant to the this second time of this. You can also Tej, you are going to be polished. That is for sure, and I admire your confidence because from the first line of the topic that you've chosen, I can comprehend that you have tried to give your feelings, or I must say your discourse was that yes, parents are very much concerned, and from your spectacles I can judge that at this stage it is only the time you are spending on screen, it is the side effect of that, spectacles are coming from there only. When the parents have this misconception because we want that the eyes are the best blessings God has given us, they are ours. So we have to be very careful that how much time we can give to the gadgets, whether in the form of video games or the study times. You have to give break, you have to wash your eyes. You can, what effect that on the eyes comes is the most prominent one. Any ophthalmologist will say that the dryness starts, we
Without
have
thinking.
enough moisture needed there. So
Mm.
the parents may have some misconception, but you have to agree with us. We are also here as parents that very well thought area you have chosen to discourse upon. I congratulate you for this. And as for uh, content or presentation or fluency, I found you perfectly all right with all these things.
Thank you, Tripta ma'am. Next up in the same age category, we have Velvi Shivain. He'll be speaking on time management.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, Velvi, you're audible.
Okay. So my greetings to one and all present over here. I'm Vabal Shiveen from Sri Ram Centennial School, and I'm here to speak my own views on the topic time management. So, time serves as the best medicine. Well, the statement is entirely accurate as time helps in external wounds and feelings. Furthermore, it helps in forgiving a person for their previous mistake and thus acts as the best medicine. No one on this earth can predict what will take place in the future. However, performing all the present tasks and working hard enhance the chances to make our future bright. For efficient use of time, we should set short as well as long-term goals. To set goals help in being productive and time saver as well. Many people do waste their time doing nothing or just exfoliating it doing nothing. Sorry, exfoliating it doing useless things. People who do not understand the value of time cannot succeed in their life. If one learns how to use time appropriately, then no one can stop them from being successful. Setting adequate goals uh, helping being a setting adequate goals help in being accomplishing and dynamic force. Additionally, it will repeatedly motivate us. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaibhavi. Judges, now I would like to invite feedbacks.
I don't know, but I am very impressed by the fact that Vaibhavi is traveling, I think. And she's speaking on the topic, and she decided to participate in the event. So somewhere or the other, I don't know, she is a sure candidate for time management, because if I remember early days and if I compare myself, then I would have been very nervous, traveling at the same time, trying to be in this contest. So kudos to you, Vaibhavi. You have managed things well. And of course, the content part is a little elaborate this time. And but yes, when you are talking about time management, what I'm seeing with all the participants is you should actually structure your entire speech and do a research and try to find out that what exactly you want to make, what point you actually want to make on the topic. So that is a little missing. So that will come with time, and this is what you need to focus on. Otherwise, fluency, otherwise presentation, confidence. And one thing I would like to point out is that when you have learned everything, the second step is voice modulation and intonation. So that was a little missing. So next time when you learn, you also try to modulate your voice. So that is a very inherent part of public speaking.
Thank you, Nishi ma'am. I would like to put forward that Vaibhavi took 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Okay. So, well spoken, Vaibhavi, and congratulations for that. I loved your confidence, the way you spoke. And but one thing, you fumbled in pronouncing the word exfoliating, and you stammered a bit. Uh, uh, you should not, and you must not, rather, I'll say, you must not fill in the blanks of your statement by using or, because that destroys the beauty of the speech. You spoke so well, you were so fluent, but just these two things that I pointed out, and it is not that I'm criticizing you, I'm just telling you as a mentor that you must not stammer and you must not fumble while speaking. So be sure about the words, and if you are cautious about the word that you're going to speak, if you have planted or if you have selected a word and you want to emphasize that word, be sure about that and rehearse it many a times before speaking. Otherwise, it was a superb speaking performance. Congratulations, keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Tripta ma'am.
I would like to reciprocate the greetings that Vaibhavi has given to us. That even if you are traveling, that this event you can also is so important for you, and how with the balance of emotions and expressions you have presented yourself. So one more thing that very prominently from your presentation I can feel, Vaibhavi, that this time is your second timer, And previously also I remember that you had a very serious, kind of presentation. You would take all pains to be the best. And second important thing that from your presentation I interpret that now you have one mantra with you, that you know your audience. So there was a kind of connect. So in public speaking or while addressing somebody or the public, this connect is very important when you know who your audience is. Now you are not scared or afraid that you will be pointed out or you would be given some criticism or some points to improve upon. You're ready, open heartedly to receive all these things, and you're receptive now. So these, the kind of content I have not given the much attention to, but the prominently what I have interpreted, these are the 2 3 factors that I would like to compliment you with.
Thank you, ma'am. So moving on to our last participant in this age category is Arman Raj Singh, and he'll be speaking on success. All the best, Arman.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Judges, faculty, if you can also, and my dear viewers and friends. This is Arman Raj Singh speaking before you all on the topic success. So let us first know, what does success mean? So success means seeing your goal, understanding the obstacles, creating creating a positive mental picture, and clearing all the self negative doubts about you. It is about embracing the challenges. It is about staying on the same track, and it is about showing that what you can do. I don't think that the meaning and the full form of success is entirely same. So I want to let you know the real concept of success. But before that, let's make my speech a bit interesting. So we would head on to an activity in which you just need a mind, of entire positive mind about success. So what you have to do is that you have to think about what's the real meaning of the success according to you. And then when after I say my answer, you have to match it with my answer, that was it exactly at my point, or it was 1920 times. So according to me, success means determination to achieve the aim, zeal to get through the goal at any cost, and most probably a positive mind, so that you can never get that through the sadness or through the failure in any of the phases. I know quite many of you may not be very exact with the answer, but not a problem, as it is said that it is never and yeah, as it is said that it is never late to start a new thing. So let's now you all have understand it, and now let's unite to make a grand and big success for our future. And thank you for listening me patiently. This was Arman Raj speaking before you, and have a nice day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well spoken. Arman took 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Judges, I would now like to give the stage to you.
Kudos to you, Arman, because I felt that I was sitting in a class and somebody is explaining to me in the format of something very simple to complex. So actually, uh, the expectation, um, you have raised the bar of expectation, and as we all are saying that we have raised the bar of expectation for especially children who are participating here for the second time. So one thing was definitely there, that you had structured your speech very well, and in the manner of simple to complex. But at the same time, I think so far you are the one who has taken the maximum time to explain your content. So you have to work as we are saying that first jot down what you have to say, and then divide your time, how much you have to actually go on that, how much you have to speak. So then your whole speech will be timed, and then you can be you can go from simple to complex also, and it can be very well received by the audience. So that is what I have to say. And your way of manner of speaking was excellent. Your confidence is excellent. You just need to do work on this.
Thank you, Nishi ma'am.
Yeah, great, Arman. You spoke so well. I loved your confidence, the way of speaking, and the thing that I loved the most was your reliance on your own ability than on a writer. So you relied on your own ability, and you spoke so well. This is the way to speak, as ma'am pointed it out, that you proceed and you proceed in the same manner as a teacher proceeds in a classroom. So I love that way. But still, you have to be aware of the time limit that you have been given. So you have to stick to that time limit, and you failed there. So mark my word, I'm using it intentionally. You failed there because that is the only point where you have to take care. Had you taken that into consideration, you would have been the best speaker. You would have been emerged as the best speaker. But that is, very important thing to take into the consideration the time limit that has been given to you. So that is the only point where my
We
expectations were not fulfilled. Yeah.
we are all in
Otherwise it was super. And keep relying on your own abilities rather than mugging up the writer. And congratulations for that. I love that way.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Tripta ma'am.
I would also like to congratulate Arman, and I would appreciate the same, familiarity enjoyed by him while presenting. That he is presenting before, a familiar audience, and there was no fear. A polished person from the previous sessions, if I compare, and a personality cannot be compartmentalized. Madam Nishi has already complimented that it was a well structured content. But when you are competing for something and you're speaking about success, I think the time limit which was given to you, you cannot surpass. You have to keep that rule regulation also in your mind, that brevity is where you have to, check yourself. So success is one thing. A word success, as simple as it seems, it is as difficult as it is to be achieved. And to get the vein of the session, I would suggest, Arman, that go for your enrichment sessions. Even yesterday, it was a wonderful enrichment session. Then to know the vein of the topic you have chosen, and what is expected from you, from the panel of the judges. So that will actually give you a very clear idea when you would attend the enrichment session, that where to stop and where to begin and where to end. And I think from this one word, I can add up to one line also about success. When you start enjoying your job and the job in your hand, that is the key to success. I think then you keep moving on. So a very well thought idea Arman has chosen to speak on, and I think the thrust areas you should work upon too. Thank you.
Yes,
I will just I'll add one thing. When you enjoy your work, you don't work a single day. You know this. When you enjoy your work, you don't work for a single day. Why? Because
Very
you're
true.
enjoying your work.
Very true.
That's true, Nishi.
Thank you, judges. I would now like to move on to our next age category. From the age category of 14 to 16 years, first up we have Manas, and he'll be speaking on the topic online classes impact analysis. All the best, Manas.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. I am Manas, and today I'm going to speak about the online classes impact analysis. So, first, let us start with a quote. Educating your mind without educating your heart is no education at all. These are the saying of Aristotle. So, today in this speech, I'm going to talk about the merits and the demerits of the impact online classes. So, actually, what I feel that there are no actually merits of the online classes. So I dug it a lot and found out some merits. The first merit goes as concentration. Concentration is the key factor for a child to learn. As in, like, if he has concentration, he can learn things better. He can pay his best. He can give his best. So it's good for the child, and it's good for the child's future and his workplace and beyond. So it is always better to pay and give the full attention. Where in online classes, when a child is sitting at his home and attending the classes at his own computer, and it is in his own environment, so like there is no distraction around the child, and there are, like, a child is sitting alone. So as such, there are no distraction, and a child can choose an environment which works best from him or her. So but in an in a traditional class or physical class, uh, there are many distractions for a child, as there appears like someone's pencil fell and everybody is laughing at him, a sweeper is sweeping the floor. So there are many distractions, but in an online class as such, there is no distraction, which is always the best for the child, so that he can give his attention and he can learn the best. Let us move to the second merit. Second merit comes as self-motivational skills, responsibility, etc. This comes as science says that online class settings require more time management skills, responsibility, etc. This happens because there is no as such a physical eye on a child, like who is looking at him to let him focus on his work. So the child takes up the responsibility and works for himself, that he never, he doesn't get distracted, etc. So the second comes self-motivation. Self-motivation is a trait which helps the child or a student or a person to, stand out at his workplace and beyond. It is a trait. It is very important for every person in the world. So now let's talk about the demerits. Like, there are many demerits, more demerits than the merits. First demerit comes: online classes or online education is inaccessible to illiterate computer population, like population who are illiterate to computers. So this happens mostly in rural areas where, the student's family or the student or the schools even, they cannot afford a good smartphone or a laptop or tablet, etc. So like, if there is a good child who wants to study, but nowadays in online classes his mom dad cannot afford a mobile phone, so he can't he doesn't have access to online classes and he's harming himself. It is not the child fault, but it is not good for the child's education. Now let's come to the second demerit. It is the most famous, which is cheating. Cheating, according to me, is a type of a drug, which is, it's a habit. Like, once a cheater is always a cheater. In very rare cases, like science says that in the cheaters, they get away from the cheating habit. So cheating comes as a child is attending his classes in his attending the classes from his own personal computer in his personal environment. So it is easier for the child to cheat. It is accessible. Online classes is accessible to cheating. Like, there is, it is more easier to cheat. Whereas in physical classes, the teacher is always keeping an eye on the child so that he doesn't cheat or do any unfair means. Like, I'm not saying that in online classes there is no teacher. There is a teacher, but he's or she is watching the child virtually. By virtually watching, it is not possible for a teacher to look at the child as always, like he should he or she should it is difficult for the teacher to check or prevent the child from cheating. So this is not a good thing for a child itself, because once he cheats, he gets into the habit of it, which is not at all good for the a child and his workplace beyond. Let's come to the third demerit. Third demerit comes as lack of student feedback. This happens because, like in online classes, a student feels like a teacher is always there to guide the child, but students feel less like feedbacks is not easily available to the student from the teacher, because a teacher is virtually present there and she or he is not physically present or keeping an eye to eye contact with.
You're exceeding your time limit, so kindly mind up with your speech.
Sorry, just 1 second. So it's difficult for a teacher and a student too. So a student feels uncomfortable if he doesn't get the personal feedbacks, which is also not good for the student. So as the time limit is exceeded, so I'm finishing up this speech now. I'm done, and have a nice day ahead. Thank you.
Very well said, Manas. Judges, I would like you to note that he took 5 minutes. Now I would invite feedbacks from your side.
What do we say? We've been saying that about brevity and structure. So all that, I think, Manas, you have been listening. So I will not reiterate, or I will not be saying more about it, because already Vimledu has told Arman that he's failed. So you have failed with flying colors. So one thing is there, that when you are stating an impact, or when you are saying why I'm saying this, is that you said my first point, my second point, and like this. There is a theory of speaking in terms of threes. When you are making a speech, when you say that, first of all, I'd like to say this, and secondly, and my third point is like this, then it makes a very good impression on the audience. And this is known as the magic of three, because you had to say impact, and impact was a topic where you have to deal with the positives and the negatives, whereas you said only two positives, whereas you went on to say three negatives. So somewhere or the other, this technique, if you learn, then it would be better. And a little caution, though I don't know I'm supposed to say this or not, but when you are in an environment, when you see an environment, like you have judges here, we are all somewhere or the other formally dressed. Yes, or semi-formally dressed. So I felt a little, your headgear a little out of place. This I'm speaking only with the freedom that has been given to us, that when you are here, we are seeing each and every aspect of you. You are under a microscope. And so with that liberty, I'm telling you, if you pay attention a little of your appearance and make it formal, then it comes across. This is an age-old tradition. It comes across. It never fails. Like sorry, thank you, and may I. They never fail to impress people. So that is what I would like to say about it. But wonderful. Only thing is that learn, if you have to speak in the matter of threes, or in the magic of threes, that will help you to prepare and time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Boy, Manas, I was impressed. Great. As ma'am said, certain things has to be noted down, that you have to be in this time limit that has been repeated earlier also. But the way you are a true dynamite. But remember one thing, no matter Wasim, Akram is a very good bowler and he can bowl Yorkers. He can bowl only 6 balls in an over. 7 balls are not allowed. No. So just bowl 6 balls. And the thing that I loved the most, that you were not bookish at all. you did your own research and you tried to present it. And whenever we try to present our own research, it takes a bit longer time. So try to stick to the time limit, and yes, dress properly, do a proper hairdo, and then because that thing, as ma'am said, it is a very praiseworthy thing, and it has to be noted down, and you be aware of this thing that you have to be formal while presenting yourself. Your dress, your get up, your behavior, your gestures, all these things, they matter, they certainly matter. So keep these things in mind, and I'm really glad though in this competition, in this framework, as ma'am said, you have failed with flying colors. I'm repeating it, but I'm really impressed the way you're going. You're a true dynamite. Try to stick to the time limit. Thank you, well done.
Thank you, sir. Tripta ma'am.
I would congratulate Manas for breaking the barrier, even exceeding the time limit. But then time management is the one aspect that we people are taking care of, and all three of us do agree that he crossed that. But then, as Sir has said, that self-research things. At times, you are too much into it that you don't know how to be brief about. So we are
Very true.
checking the beauty of brevity with this 1 minute presentation, and with what formal informal way Manas has presented the kind of body language. There was no stress visible on his face,
Yes,
and
very
that
true, I
adds
agree.
up to his confidence.
Yeah.
That adds to the confidence, and I think this topic is so well thought and well chosen that it is a good I would compliment even the team. You can also that you have given a
Yeah.
free hand to the students, the participants, to choose their own topics, and they have come out with such diverse areas where they really feel that a deliberation can be done. In this topic, every child is suffering from something like called online classes. No meeting with the friends, no interaction with the teachers, and that school time everyone is missing. But then we say that the sweet are the uses of adversity. We have to bear with this. And whereas cheating and all these things are the content part, if I come up to that, you can uh, you must know, Manas, that cheating is happening physically also, to a greater extent, where people are mass copying. They are with their notebooks, notes in the classes circulated, and this heights of cheating is also taking place. So I think where you are talking solely about online classes, you can talk about the blending of the classes. So this is the kind of model which new education policy is coming up with us, that any time of any n number of time you can listen to your teacher. और फिर चुपके से अगर आपके माइंड में कोई डाउट आता है, you can interact with the teacher. That sometimes students don't even open up, they don't dare to talk to the teachers. But now in the online classes, you can enjoy that freedom. You are not in a case, you are not imprisoned, you are free bird. These kind of positive things I have felt, that certainly the goods and bads, as Madam Nishi has said, that there is a theory of in terms of three that we expressed. When there is some thoughtful idea, we talk about what the problem is or what the idea is, but then we go by the positive and the negative and we search for the solutions. This is the idea behind a brief presentation. So I think I'm also impressed with Manas's confidence, but you have surpassed, and I think that goes a little negative in your discourse.
Thank you, Tripta ma'am. Next in this age category, we have Samarveer Singh, and he'll be speaking on the topic sports, an indispensable part of life. Samar, kindly unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, judges, and my dear audience. Today, my topic for the day is sports, an indispensable part of our lives. First of all, sports means the competition between two or more parties. It is an integral part of our human lives. it is a mandatory aspect in which we should live. It is as important as our studies. It gives us mental stability and self confidence to tackle things in day to day lives. And also, it helps us to gain confidence to communicate to others. It also is very popular. Sports is very popular, and you can find many books about it wherever in the bookshops. Yeah. And sports is also a global it's a global part of our lives, and
Complete it, Vita, complete it.
we should
It will come to you, don't worry.
Mama actually learned it just yet, so
No issue. You complete it on yourself or by yourself.
okay.
Hmm.
So sports should be mandatory, and they should be practiced. Thank you.
Well done. It is very important to
Ma'am,
feel.
actually I had a test, so I learned it just now only.
I am telling you, it is very important to feel nervous, because if you are not nervous, then you will not work to surmount it. So it is very important. Do you know what Mountain Dew tagline is? Do you know?
डर के आगे जीत है.
डर के
Yes, ma'am.
आगे.
Yes, ma'am.
तो डर अगर नहीं लगेगा तो जीत ही नहीं होगी, बिकॉज आप डरेंगे नहीं तो वर्क कैसे करेंगे?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't be nervous, and when you work, and everybody is nervous on their first attempt. So it is not a feeling that we have not felt, or we are sitting here as judges. You don't know how many times we have failed and how many times we have felt nervous. So we totally agree with you, and you have passed in one. You have come up with flying colors in one very important aspect where everybody has failed. That is brevity. So so you have passed gloriously. Okay. So and there is you need to see positive side of everything, and you are in an atmosphere where you'll be groomed, and you will be helped, and you can do is a wonderful platform for this. And second time you will see that this will all be over, and only thing it came to you only because you felt that you are not prepared. So that feeling, the moment you take away that feeling with you, from you, you will do well. So very well spoken, and brief, uh, confident. Confidence will come up, don't worry.
Yeah, very true, and Sama, very well spoken. You
Thank you
really
so much.
tried your best to speak out, and you did well. I second Nishi ma'am on this because you showed that temperament that you were not ready enough, you were not that good to go, but still you managed to be on the screen there. Many a times Sachin Tendulkar, he also got out on zero. Many a times Mike Tyson, he also got knocked out. And once when Mike Tyson, he felt that he's invincible, no one can defeat him. That was the first match he was knocked out by Evander Holyfield. So failures and these things, these will keep coming to you. Even I myself, when I was there on the stage for the first or the second time, I forgot the poem that I was to recite in the middle. And after that, I got 3 or 4 sticks on my back from my principal and those times. So these are the things that will make up your sweet memory. So take it positively and try to be better next time. I want to see a gloss of polish in your personality and your speech next time. Okay? Well done. Thank you.
There is no success without failures.
Yeah, of course.
Tripta ma'am.
I would like to put my view in some other way, that he has succeeded out of the failure where the other people could not
Yeah.
stick to it.
Hmm.
And as madam has said that डर के आगे जीत है, And I think the sports person has no fears, and you have chosen an area, a topic to speak on for which you need no preparation at all. You should not think that you are in the team, you are here in this event to speak something by memorizing. You just imagine that you are in the sports arena and you're just talking about some sports only. You know the kind of stamina which is required, you know the energy, you know the time management, you know the skills that are required to play with. That is why, you know, anything which is dear to your heart and you try to deliberate upon, you have not to memorize. You just flow with the wind, and you spoke very briefly and you have conveyed your message all well. I think this one line, one title was self sufficient and self speaking, that what you are going to speak. And I was waiting when you will forget, and then you started forgetting. But I think you have already conveyed your message so well. So I again compliment for this thing, because you know, the captain of the team would scold the best player, because then the winning edge has to be polished. You know, you have to be a winner. That is why. But you know, the player who is not only, you know, entering the arena, how can we expect he doesn't play even? So your entering, your participation is more than that, what you have presented today. So I think my compliments, but these sweet sugary sugar coated words are not for this, that next time you should present like this only. We want your presence here. And you are not going to memorize, but you are going to write your real things that you feel, and then that remains with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tripta ma'am. I would now like to move on to our last participant in the age category of 14 to 16 years. Our next participant is Saksham Kalra, and he will be speaking on the topic mental health.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saksham Kara. My topic is mental health, sound mind, sound body. This quite means that a sound mind or a mental health fit, fit is residence for in a sound body or a psychological fit. I very much agree with the statement because we all know mental health is important as physiological health. Mental health is a person's condition with the regard to their psychological and emotional well-being. People with distributed mental health experience disorder like ADHD and dyslexia, etc. Nowadays, people are raising awareness regarding mental health, and it is uh, important. As we all know, lockdown was brutal for everyone, but we can deal with ourselves and make our emotions strong by doing some mind exercise like meditation. So in the end, I would like to say to keep check and your calories, but more important your psychological fatigue.
Very well done,
Thank you.
Saksham. Judges, I would now like to invite feedbacks.
Well done, Saksham. I'm really glad to listen to you, and you presented your points so well. You spoke so well. Saksham, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Very well done. Very well done. Keep speaking like this, and try to think on your own. And very well designed your speech was. And keep trying. Keep polishing yourself. Keep participating in the events here. And this will certainly add colors to your personality. I'm really glad to listen to you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Saksham.
sir. Thank.
Uh, Saksham, I can see a palpable change in you. I can see a marked difference in your participation than the last time. So you are doing wonderful. This is what I need to say. Um, a little more work on the research part is required, because you had a very beautiful topic, and this topic has been given. Why? Because in this pandemic, mental health of students has become a very big issue. And why students? The entire working fraternity and the student fraternity, they are all under this mental health issue. So a little more work, but great guns.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saksham, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Saksham, you are an inspiration for all of us.
Saksham, we will like to see you also on the screen. Yes.
Your presence is not only inspiring for us, even for all the participants. You have really touched the mark and polishing with every session. I wish you all the best for next coming sessions. A very well thought and a very contemporary topic that you have chosen to deliberate upon, because it is one area which everybody is talking about. And then it is our own responsibility to keep our own mental health in pace with the current scenario, because the pressure of studies and not able to move out freely, we feel so locked. And I think such kind of gatherings as team UCAN also has erected a form for all these young, I think, aspirants who are here to talk with each other and to vent ourselves. We are not only, I think it's a talking session going on, and everybody is talking his minds, opening up, and I think which keeps us connected. So I congratulate you, Saksham. It's so happy an experience to see you speaking so confidently.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Tripta ma'am. Now I would like to move on to our last age category of 17 years and above. So first in that category we have Om Nanda, who will be speaking on the topic social dilemma. All the best to you.
Thank you so much. So, Sophocles, a major philosopher, once said that nothing enters the life of a mortal without a curse. So, since this topic needs no further introduction, I'll get straight to it. Social media is an addictive drug. It has more life-threatening side effects than the good it does. So, what was meant as a tool is not interpreted as a tool anymore. For example, take the instance of a bicycle. When it was invented, nobody said the following things: it would ruin humanity, or the entire fate of humanity would crumble down. Nobody said those things. But taking today's scenario, social media has developed itself in such a sense that we interpret it with the former explanation. Uh, Reason being, if you leave a bicycle in a place, it won't prompt you to use it again. It will wait patiently to be reused again. While the same cannot be said for social media. A notification bell rings, or your phone vibrates. You'll be prompted and urged to check your notification banner each and every 5 minutes. This is not how things are supposed to work. Now take the instance of young generations using social media. When they start using it, they have now, so thanks to social media, they have played a detrimental role in dissolving one's self-worth, self-identity, and uniqueness. Now people are more dependent on the likes and the comments they receive rather than the actual uniqueness that one possesses. They have forgotten the meaning. They try to attain a level of perfection which cannot be achieved in person. All they do is tap, 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 and filter. They said, this is not how things are supposed to work. I'd like to conclude on the note that what started as a simple mechanism, as a simple platform for people to reconnect, has now turned an algorithm which extorts information from people without their knowing, fills them with false platitudes, hoaxes, and as now treating them as a product. In fact, the new mantra for tech giants is if people are not paying for the product, they are the product. They just don't know it yet. One must know the fine difference between using something and being used by it. And thanks to social media, that line of difference has become so blurry that nobody can see it anymore. Thank you. So, that's me.
Very well done, Om. Judges, I would now invite feedbacks from your side.
I would say you came out with flying colors, because the very way of communicating things was very laconic, and what we have been saying, that enjoy what you do. So it came across as a kind of a chat with all your thoughts. But I'm a little confused, because my this thing says, my sheet says that you had to speak on social dilemma, and you talked about social media. Nishta, is that a mistake, or did he? What, what exactly I want to
Ma'am, I would
understand?
like Om to clarify that, because the topic that was told to us was social dilemma.
So,
So, ma'am, basically, social dilemma. It is the fine difference that that people today have forgotten between using social media and thinking about all in all about social media.
okay, so
So
you
what
have
I
linked, social media as a factor for social dilemma. That is
as
what
a
I
major
wanted
proprietor,
to
yes, ma'am.
understand. So, so very nicely done, and I don't know what to say, because you were confident, you were fluent, and more or less, I think what is the time? I think you have stuck to time also, and we look forward to see you emerge as a very good speaker.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
brilliant, brilliant, Om, and I love your confidence, your fluency, the way you speak, the way you spoke up, and thing, the presentation part. Though you are fluent, there is a difference between being rapid and being fast. So rapidity is the thing that yes, you must be a rapid speaker. You can speak up fast. You can acquire a good pace, but that must be comprehensible. So somewhere I found it out that that was not comprehensible to me. You were speaking a bit faster at some places. So your words, that whatever you're speaking, that must be clear to the listeners. This is just a suggestion. This is not a demerit that I'm pointing out. On the whole, it can be summarized that, and it can be easily pointed out. It can be easily made out that you are a very good speaker. You're having a good confidence, and presentability is superb. So keep on doing the good work and keep shining and keep measuring heights. But just keep this in mind that while speaking, you have to assure it that each and every word that is coming out of your mouth, that must be audible, that must be comprehensible, and that must be very clear to the audience. Okay, well done.
Will do, sir. Thank you so much.
Tripta ma'am.
Yeah, Om, I want to congratulate you as a very fluent speaker, and I find that you are a very natural speaker. When you have chosen this topic, social dilemma, and when I was listening to your presentation, one insight that struck me was that it was said that when the present government came into power, they had already taken over the social media, and social media is in the times to come can prove to be a weapon also. It can control the mind, psychology, and the politics of any country. So it is the dire most consequence of this upcoming a thing like social media, as we say. But it is very well understood by me that it is a social media which is causing social dilemma in the life in our in the lives of all of us, because we are all the time into forced to check this thing. If you are if you are a student, you are waiting for when to submit the assignments. The deadlines are there. It is the PTMs are taking place virtually. Now you are all the time with this gadget, and we know that what are the bad consequences of or the health hazards attached to it. And when you are going for attending your PTMs or attending to your teachers or submitting your assignments online, you are diverted with the things flooded on social media. This diversion is consuming a lot of time and taking us to the other direction. So this diversion is so harmful. So it is, we are really confused. There is no time limit because every time we have to be around it. Once we have not picked up the phone, somebody is to complain you कि आप तो phone ही नहीं उठाते, आप तो phone ही नहीं करते. You know, we are all the time, attached with this thing forcibly, whether we are willing or we are not. So this kind of dilemma I could understand. And as a language teacher, I want to say one thing, that if you know your audience, as you are meeting us for the first time, and you guess an idea who the participants are listening to you, who is judging you, you have a little bit an idea, then you get to know that you will find an expert of English language speaking, has perfect rhythm, accent, intonation. As sir has also pointed out that the fluency, the rapidity, and the fast pace, there is a thin line between these two things. But as for being a public speaker, you are very confident. Your entry is really well appreciated, and the content which you were trying to uh, present before us was already full of so much of confusions. So this is kind of state of mind we are into. Actually, it is the reflection of that. So very impressed with your discourse, your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, ma'am.
Our next participant in the age category is Nishtha Kalra, and she'll be speaking on the topic LGBTQ. All the best, Nishtha.
Good afternoon, all. My topic for today is LGBTQ, and my name is Nishtha Kalra. Lesbian, gay, bi. Am I audible?
Yes, Nishtha.
Okay. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex. Who are these people? Are they aliens? Because everyone except male and female is non-existent, right? If you agree with this statement, this presentation will help you and educate you so that you can make a change. We live in a society that questions us whether we do or we don't do anything. Going against meaningless society rules is like starting a war which we never wanted. We just wanted to be loved, loved for who we are and not for what society wants us to be. Why should we respect them? Because they have the courage to stand true to themselves while we all here wear masks in fear of embarrassment. The beginning of End of Prejudice was when 6 September 2018, when Supreme Court scrapped the Article 377 that ensures the inclusiveness of LGBT community. But still, some people think that some orthodox people think that being gay or being bisexual is a phase. But let me tell you, my friends, for them, being straight was a phase. Thank you.
Thank you, Nishtha. Judges, I would like to inform you that the time taken by Nishtha was 1 minute and 15 seconds.
1 minute and
15 seconds.
And I would say a big thumbs up. I think you have demonstrated today as an example of the entire event. So today, I don't know, I still have to see some children, but you were confident, you had structured your speech, and within 1 minute time limit, whatever that you spoke made a lot of sense. So body language, excellent, very confident, and very comfortable. So all these things added to your presentation.
Thank
Well
you,
done.
ma'am.
Nishta, the way you spoke was really impressive. I'm also very impressed. The topic that you chose, LGBTQ, that is serious. That is a serious issue, and it has been discussed so many times at so many places. And society, as you said, not the point that you have made out, that they need some kind of sympathy, they must also be respected. If they are normal, why that sympathy and respect is needed? So this is the one liner that can destroy all the logic of yours. So if they are so much acceptable, then why they are struggling to be accepted? So as far as speaking style and all the things are concerned, I have already given the marks to you, and I'm really impressed the way you speak up. And but the topic that you have chosen, that's pretty fine. Just not to be bold, just not to show that I'm bold and I can talk on this. No. First, do your homework properly. It is a very serious issue. You must read about it. That why in 1990s only this arose. Why and why LGBTQ is added to it. Why it is called queer theory. If it is very normal, why it is queer then? No? So there are many questions. The nomenclature itself suggests that it is not acceptable that way. But still, you are having your own point, so you can speak in that way. But do the proper homework, because just choosing a topic that is sensitive will not serve the purpose. You have to be well versed. You have to do the proper homework for that. So read about it. Read about other feminists also, because you have Simone de Beauvoir, you have Nancy Kodorow, you have so many thinkers. Once you have chosen this kind of topic, there are so many thinkers and so many people in the society, those who are good speakers, those who are thinkers, they have presented, they have put forward their respective views for this thing. So this is a very heavy topic, and again, I'm repeating, as far as the speaking style is concerned and the competition or whatever this event is being held, for that purpose, you are a fabulous speaker, but I want you to shine more, shine a bit more. I want to add a class on your personality. That's why I'm repeating it, that do proper homework, keep reading, and keep reading like a fierce lion eats the meat. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Tripta ma'am?
I find Nishtha again from the previous sessions, if I compare, a very well-groomed Nishtha Kalra was standing before us, very presentable and pleasing personality, and the kind of positive vibes you give out, that shows that the balance of such personality traits as possessed by you make you a very natural speaker. And as sir has suggested that it has been a very sensitive issue, but I was trying to analyze what motivated Nishtha to choose such a sensitive topic. And I think I must compliment you that you have really tried to ponder over a concern which is there in the society. And then again, one point which I would like to stress upon is the brevity. Like your title is itself a signpost, and after listening to this, so many thoughts flow in our mind that we analyze that you're going to speak about this in this sense, which is a natural flow of idea. We are not here to listen to any essay or story or something like that. We are here to listen to what actually Nishtha Kalra thinks about this sensitive issue. So sir has rightly said that, and I want to request even team, you can also, that when we have such wonderful groomed personalities now before us, as a judge, even I'm finding it so difficult to award them marks. Like I feel that what positive or negative that we express as genuine remarks for you to polish and refine further. Uh, we should get away with this giving away the marks and that first second position. Like I remember an experience and a story from my teaching experience. I was teaching lower classes, and then a concept came about the primary education. They said that if a teacher enters the class and the class is making noise and teacher starts banging, and the conditioning takes place, and the student would say that yes, this banging when teacher says keep quiet or silent, and they are not listening. The third option that the teacher would adopt is to bang the dais or the table with that duster or something like that, So this is how over the period of time the students get conditioned. And if our participants are coming to this event and they are conditioned that we have to stand first or second, and if I don't perform, then what will happen? I think we are here in a very natural environment to have just interactions one to one, though we are presenting fine. That is prepare the speaker for presentation to the public at one place or the other. They are polishing. I think we can add up to, if this is an idea which struck my mind just time when I listened to Nishtha, that so many good speakers, the polished one, those who are second timers in this event, that coming or giving them first or second or third position at times, breaks the heart also. And I think breaks the natural flow also. We are in an artificial environment then. We are struggling for some competition right now. So I think this is what I wanted to express as a judge. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
judges. I would now like to move on to our last participant for the day. In the same age category, we have Shrestha Singh, and she'll be speaking on the topic ending is better than mending.
Good morning, all. I'm Shrestha Singh, and I'll be speaking on ending is better than mending. From the very beginning, we're taught to never give up. We're taught to hold on to things and people, no matter how hard it is. But at what cost? In my opinion, holding on is one of the most toxic things for an individual's well-being. It is better to end things at the right moment than to try and mend them forever. The famous Doha of Kabir, Rahiman Dhaga Prem Ka Mat Todo Chatkaye, Toote Se Fir Na Jude, Jude Gaat Pad Jaye, meaning one should not snap the thread of love, because once broken, it only leaves a knot when tried to be joined. It clearly states that relationships that are once broken are best to be ended because mending them would unquestionably require certain compromises that would eventually lead to complications and termination of the bond. On a broader level, I'd like to put forward a critical overview of the reservation system of India. The caste-based reservation system, originally established to grant equal opportunities to the disadvantaged group, was implemented for 10 years initially. However, it has now been extended so many times that it has become the part and parcel of any ruling government. Over time, there is little evidence that the reservation system has made a relevant difference in the country's development. Moreover, the Jat agitation in the recent past clearly depicts that it is a major roadblock to harmony in the country, and plays a great role in bringing about disharmony and which hinders the social development of the country. Bringing about a revolutionary change and ending the caste-based reservation system by replacing it with a system for economically backward sections will in turn ensure equality and merit-based opportunities. All in all, it is high time we all accept that progress is impossible without change, and change only comes when we stop mending what already is damaged and end them for good. Thank you.
Very well spoken, Shrestha. Judges, I would now like to invite feedback from your side.
So, Shrestha, ending is better than mending. I would say that in terms of writing the script of your speech, I think you have scored full marks because you have taken care of scripting it in a very good manner, because you have used example from Rahim that you have done. Then you have started with quotation. So these are some finer points. And in terms of, I think the idea of time was playing high on your mind. So maybe you were a little rapid in terms of delivery of your content. So at times we found, at least I found it difficult to follow your, follow what exactly you are trying to say. So that should be a matter of concern. But fluency, marvelous. Speed, you need to take caution. And as Vimlendu sir has pointed already to some of the participants, and I reckon it that it is a very good a very good guideline which needed to be given to the children is that there should be no and such sounds while you speak. So that was well taken by some of the speakers, and you happen to be one of the speakers. And I also believe that maybe at some point of time somebody would have cautioned me also. This would not have been part of my delivery. So wonderful, but speed, delivery, you need to take care of.
Thank you,
Yeah,
ma'am.
very true. Shrestha, simply super. Really impressed.
That's it,
And
sir.
the fact that I also suggested it to Om Nanda, I think that was the name of the speaker. He was also fabulous while he was speaking. But again, I'm repeating it for all the participants, as Shimam also pointed out, that yeah, at some places it was difficult to make out that what you're speaking because you're moving so fast. Uh,
Yes,
Probably
sir, I
that
was
that
aware.
yeah, your time limit was on your mind. I know. So
I didn't want to cut short my write-up because I really liked what I wrote. So I didn't want to cut it short, but then I would keep in mind that I need to write
yeah.
short next time.
But what I loved the most was you're not sticking to one particular territory, one particular domain, one particular realm, and that was that you traveled so comfortably with much desired and deserved elegance from typical English speech towards Rahim, and that is not an easy thing to do. When you were speaking in full flow, any of the languages you're speaking Urdu or English or Hindi or Bengali or whatever, and if you're trying to quote someone from some different language, that needs that needs a sort of confidence, and that confidence was very much visible in you. And I was reminded of my college days when I used it as a technique. I always used Rumi, Ghalib, Mir for my these speaking sessions. So I was reminded of those days. So a bit emotional also I have become, and I find it really interesting. But one thing for sure, that please check your rapidity while speaking. And I'm again repeating it, that once you are speaking, once you are addressing a mass or an audience, you must be very clear and very sure about the fact that every word that you're speaking out, that must reach to the audience in a proper manner, because that only makes sense, that only makes your speech or your speaking sensible. Best of luck, keep shining. Very good.
Super. Thank you so much.
So, Shrestha, it was, we don't get such speakers. May I continue, sir?
Yes, yes.
We don't get such speakers as fast as you could and with such perfect oration. The content, the brevity that we were checking right from the beginning with each participant was perfectly fine, because you wanted to say something and you chose the pace to give your clear idea that you were up to. Though I was not able to understand each and everything, but then if I analyze your content, you have talked about Rahim, and you have talked about the again the title ending is better than mending. I did not even get to know from where you started and until what you ended. What I got is that my personal opinion, if I analyze the content, is that say if Rahim says that Rahiman dhaga prem ka mat todo chatkaye, टूटे से फिर ना जुड़े जुड़े गांठ पड़ जाए. So there is a context to it. At times we find it is better to mend than to end, and you have in the in I think in just opposite of this version, Rahim, you have tried to prove that relationships are to be mended, and that is how they go on. And one thing I would say that even if there is some knot, relationship moves on. You can't just end to any there is no snapping that takes place, and that happens in then you analyze what the true relationships are and what the just made up type of relation. That is what my insight related to the content. But then some reference to some government you said, or something which I could not even understand because of the fluency. but you were superb in your presentation, and it is not easy to reach up to your level of fluency. I don't think that we find such speakers so easily. Maybe environmental, or maybe the grooming that you have got at home, and that has added to your personality. I think little understandable. If you can make your content next time, it will really help us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll keep in mind.
Thank you, judges. Before I invite concluding remarks, I would like to put forward a point that one of our participants, Parikshita Mehta, she has not been able to join us today, but she'll be there from the next session.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I believe I need to say something regarding the three groups that you have. So what I can see is that the youngest group is 11 to 13. So there were some mistakes there. Then we have a group from 14 to 16. So there are different set of areas there, or mistakes there. And the third, the most mature set, I think this group is actually kind of is an example for the other two groups. And all the three speakers of this particular group can be emulated uh, uh, by the other two groups to refine themselves. So very big hand to Om, Nishtha and Shresh.
thank you, Nishi ma'am. Vimlendu sir and Tripta ma'am, would you like to give some concluding remarks?
Yeah, just I would like to add one sentence that I'm really, befuddled. I'm really amazed, not confused actually, but really amazed to see such talents. They are coming up, they are speaking up. And I compare these kids with myself or people of my age. When we were in this age, it was not that easy for us to face a camera. Facing camera was a distant dream in those days. To face a crowd, that was also very difficult for us. And to be present there with our views and to present it before everyone without any hesitation, that was pretty difficult. And I'm really amazed and really happy to see. And I must congratulate you people and that you are doing such a fabulous job. You are giving a platform to these speakers to speak up, and Tripta ma'am is there, Nishi ma'am is there, the very able judges are there. They are judging it so seriously. They are doing it so seriously that they are not just doing it for the sake of doing. They are doing it seriously, listening to all the speakers in such a fabulous manner, giving them the honest feedback. That really matters. So I must congratulate you all, the whole team, that you have come up with a brilliant idea to promote the budding talents. And I'm pretty sure that the tag of Indians of not being that good speaker of English will certainly be revised in the coming times, because I feel and I have believed it that we are the best speakers and writers of this language across the world, and you are doing everything to make it a true state. Thank you, and congratulations for this.
Thank you, sir. Tripta ma'am, now I would like to come to you for some concluding remarks.
First of all, I myself feel so privileged to be the part in this judging panel. I pen down each and everything my colleagues' observations. I pen down. It's a learning experience for me too. Each and every moment I'm learning with the insights which are coming from the expertise of Nishi ma'am and sir, and even I'm learning from the participants also. Those the breaking the barrier, those they are making this event to be, I think we celebrate our Sunday with this. We are so enthusiastic. I think I wish all the time that I put my all assignments aside and to be the part of it, and find that what kind of serious pains are taken by the participants, how they they take their own time and the pains to make themselves presentable. So this is the wonderful exercise of You Can Also. I feel so honored by being with them, be with all of you. And as for, I congratulate all the participants. I think you should think that you are the best. And when you think you are the best, anyone coming, polishing you, it's not, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to discourage any effort of yours, but you come out as the polished one. That is the one thing. जैसे अभी श्रेष्ठा ने एक दोहा कहा, तो उसमें ये कि अगर आपके निंदक नेड़े रहता है, the one who criticizes you, or the one who is your well wisher, he would not tell you what the best you are having. You are having that. What actually else is needed to be into you to be the best, that is the most important. I think this is the mission of You Can Also, that our limitations are in our dreams, in our in our thought process only, but they don't exist only. So I think all the participants are the wonderful human beings. They are really doing proud for their parents. They are taking out time for such an recreational activity, being in the closets when we are not able to freely move out. A kind of socialization is taking place. Diverse ideas are brainstormed through this platform. So I think it's a wonderful experience to be here. Thank you.
I would also compliment You Can Also team, and in the team, the work of Manish sir and Nishtha. I believe they are in line, and Nishtha's creativity, the topics that she chooses, it is actually, as ma'am already pointed out, we are learning from the organizers, we are learning from the participants, and we are learning from each other. So it is a wonderful experience, and we all look forward to Sundays.
Thank you very much, Nishi ma'am.
And with the addition of Vimlendu sir in our panel, you have added a cherry to the cake.
That's nice to listen from you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Vimlendu.
Thank you, Manish dear. Thanks a lot.
Thank you all. And with this, can we end the session, Nishtha?
Yes, sir. So I would now like to open the house for queries. Any participant can ask questions from the organizing committee or the judges if they have any queries.
And before the query, I just wanted to reiterate that Tripta ma'am has mentioned about the enrichment sessions, and the feedback which Nishi ma'am has given to Manas about the hair, about the dress and all. Everything, ma'am, and Dr. Vimlendu and Tripta ma'am, we have discussed in the enrichment sessions. And so we'll continue to guide our participants in every enrichment session, every feedback which you are giving to them. Because these feedbacks need to be told repeatedly to them, right? We are recording this video also, and certainly give them the very repeated feedback so that they can work upon, and they will be the better version in every session. So thanks for your all feedback. Certainly work on that, all participants.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
So assuming there are no queries, I would like to bring an end to the session. On behalf of the organizing committee of You Can Also, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our judges for sparing their valuable time here with us. I would also like to thank our participants for being impactful speakers and patient listeners today. Individual feedbacks and individual marks will be sent to each participant. So thank you for being with us here today, and hope to see you next Sunday.
Thank you.